They say motorcycling is freedom, but it starts with everyone telling you what to do. I've heard it all, from never buy a small bike to gear is for cowards. So let's bust a few myths before the road does it for you.
Sound good? Helmet on, let's roll. G'day, I'm David from Two Wheels In. You know, when you start riding, it seems like everyone's got advice. Most of it loud, some of it wrong.
Don't buy a small bike. Real riders do this. You'll be fine, you're a natural.
It's like a pub full of experts, but you're the one with the keys. We build these myths to make ourselves feel confident, but some of them can get riders hurt. So let's pull apart a few and see what the reality is. They say, never buy a beginner bike. You outgrow it in 6 months. But most people don't outgrow their bike, they outgrow their excuses.
When riders talk about outgrowing, what they really mean is getting bored. It's not a lack of power, it's a lack of patience. A beginner bike isn't there to impress your mates, it's there to teach you. Throttle control, cornering, braking, reading the road, all the little lessons a big bike hides under brute force.
Every study I've seen says the same thing. Experience and hazard perception predict crashes better than horsepower. So the smartest bike is the one that helps you learn, not pose.
That's what a smaller bike does. It forgives the rookie throttle twist. It lets you miss a gear without launching into orbit. It gives you room to make mistakes and survive them. Every so-called beginner bike is really a teacher bike, and the lesson plan's written in tarmac and throttle feel.
People say they're moving up, but they're not being held back by the bike. They're changing the story. You know, going from on-road to off-road to pillion to touring to whatever. That's not outgrowing skill. That's turning the page. There you are, you bastard.
You don't outgrow a bike you're still mastering. You just stop listening to what it's trying to teach you. And that's when the road starts really marking your homework.
Everyone's met that rider. You know, the one that says, real riders go off-road, mate. Or something.
Gatekeeping is just cosplay with better gloves. We all start for our own reasons. Escape, routine, therapy, ego, take your pick. But somewhere along the way, someone tells you there's a right way to ride.
You don't earn points for freezing your ass off at dawn. You earn points for staying upright, for turning the key every day and loving the sound it makes.
Riding in the rain, riding far, riding fast. None of it makes you more real. It just makes you wetter, later, or broker. The road doesn't care where you're headed, only that you showed up.
Coffee run, commute, cross-country odyssey. If it moves your soul, welcome, mate. You're in the club.
No points for pain, just points for turning the key.
Every learner has had that week. You know, the one where you finally stop stalling, you nail a corner or two, and you think, yeah, I've got this. That week was the most dangerous week of your life.
It's the I'm a natural phase. The swagger arrives before the skill does. And the road has a wicked sense of humour about that. Studies call it confidence bias. When you think you're better than you are, you stop looking at what could go wrong. Crash risk spikes. Hazard perception drops.
Every rider, myself included, has had that overconfident patch.
Mine ended with a skid, a drop bike at lights, a few scared mates, and fortunately no injury. Confidence feels free, right up until it charges interest. Experienced riders aren't fearless, they're aware. They've trained their brains to see the things the rest of us miss. The car edging out, the oil stain that wasn't there yesterday, the magpie with murder in its heart. Hazard perception isn't talent, it's reps, it's training, it's learning to expect the stupid before it happens.
Some people learn fast, sure, but no one's born with counter steering and cornering lines built in. And even naturals bleed the same on tarmac.
The data's really simple. crash rates drop as experience and training rise. No shortcuts, no genetic gifts, just time and practice.
So if someone tells you they're a natural, nod politely and give them plenty of space on the tarmac.
Confidence is earned, not declared, and the road's a very patient examiner.
People say full gear is overkill for short rides. Just the cafe, just around the corner. It's only a little way, but short trips, same tarmac.
Research from the George Institute and Johns Hopkins says it plain. Proper gear, jacket, pants, gloves, armour, cuts hospital risk nearly in half, even at suburban speeds. A slow crash doesn't mean soft ground.
The numbers don't care how fast or how far you're going. Jackets cut hospitalisations by 20%. Pants by halves, gloves more than that. That's not marketing. That's from the people that are stitching motorcyclists back together.
Gear won't stop every break or bruise, but it stops you donating half your hide to the bitumen. Most low-speed crashes are slides, not Hollywood high sides. And that gear decides whether you walk away or you get carried away.
Short ride thinking's how people end up in emergency rooms wearing thongs and regret. You don't plan a crash, that's why it's called one. So make gearing up a practice, not the exception.
It's not overkill, it's just respect for your skin, your bones, and the road that doesn't care how far you plan to go.
We tell ourselves these myths to make ourselves feel safer, so we sound like we know what we're doing. But myths don't stop crashes. They just make the storyteller feel taller.
The truth's a bit rougher. Every rider's learning, every ride. You don't outgrow that, you just forget to notice it. And the road, it doesn't care about your excuses or your hashtags or what badge you've got in the tank. It just asks, are you paying attention?
So ride your ride. Learn the craft. Respect the road. And if you're lucky, it'll keep teaching you for a long time yet.
The 3 things you've always got to have in you when you ride: keys, gloves, and brain.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, you deserve a subscribe, or a like, or a comment. It's up to you. And I'll see you on the next ride.